Welcome to my YouTube channel Commander Strikes. Commander Sudhir Kumar, a veteran of Indian Navy, brings you that what is going on in war between USA along with Israel against Iran. The 48 hours have passed, and it looks to me that there is no stopping. There were rumors just a few hours back on social media, they were becoming viral, that Iran, through Oman, is trying to request US to come onto the table and to have bilateral talks where Iran is going to exceed that it is going to give up its nuclear weapon program to the satisfaction of USA, and then IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, could carry out the inspection of all its sites. But I think that news existed only for 2 3 hours on social media, and then immediately from the Iranian regime that it has been announced through their Ministry of External Affairs or the Foreign Minister's office that no such thing is there, and the Iran is not going to bow down, rather Iran is going to retaliate with more punches, more power. What Iran is going to do now, why Iran is having an aggressive posture, that is the question. That is there any new players which is going to jump in into this war? What is the scale of this war is at present, and what is the entire scenario pan world, that what is happening in different pockets, that the hot pockets, and from that point of it, so I'll take one by one and all the questions will be addressed. At present, it looks to me that Iran has got definitely a lot of stock of its missiles, that is definitely near about 5,000 to 10,000, that is ballistic missiles, and these are the long range ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, and then comes the middle range missiles, and then the short range missiles of different kind. But the problem is that as Israel and US combinedly are has already destroyed its command post and air defenses, then what happens? It looks to me that Iran has lost the control to having centralized command and control on its weapons or the missile launchers. And even it is becoming now difficult because as their communication links have been destroyed, what happens in that scenario? Through the landlines and through other means of communication they are trying to establish, and then there is a delay in executing orders, and the different missile launcher sites are taking their independent decisions. And that's what now is that Iran has already hit near about 7 to 8 nations, that is in Middle East countries, and they are requesting Iran that the censorship should prevail. And why he is going to do, but I feel that he is doing this because so that the envelope of this war gets blown up to a level where these countries are having then talks to US and Israel, mainly the US, that please kindly stop this, as there are a lot of killings of civilians which is taking place in this. In main is the UAE, like already a lot of damage has been done by Iranian missiles over there. Similarly, Saudi Arabia is also has become part of it. And on the other side, if you look at it, the envelope of this war has definitely enlarged, as Israel, IDF, Israel Defense Forces have already struck in Lebanon against Hezbollah outfits, and even their supreme commander, the commander in chief of Hezbollah, has already been liquidated, assassinated. So that is the thing. Now, what happens? What is the effect on oil? As I covered last night, uh, that the oil supplies is not only in the state of Hormuz has been affected, but now its ripple effect will be there on the oil supply. The global oil supply chains is definitely is going to be affected, and by virtue of that, till yesterday, 10% prices have already gone high. Now, further, I feel that it is already 48 hours. Now, this effect will spiral, and there will be near about 20 to 25% increase in oil prices if the war sustains another 24 hours. That is, after 72 hours or 3 days, you may call. And then the insurance, that the merchant navy insurance will go high, and if these insurance amounts go high, definitely the commodity prices and the things, the imports is going to be costlier to all the nations, and the prices of the items is going to increase. And when these prices are going to increase, definitely there will be inflation in countries, and it will be having sort of a recessionary effect in the economies. And then, if war is sustained more than 1 week, or if it enlarges 2 weeks, definitely there will be a catastrophic effect on the world economy, on the economies of nations. And share market, as Doha share market at Doha and Dubai have already been shut down. Near about thousands of flights have been cancelled in Middle East, and the flight those were going from South Asian regions, other regions to these Middle East. They also, the peoples are stranded in hotels, and even the hotels will have now constraints how the supply chain is going to be maintained in hotels. Though a very good sort of a gesture which has come up by the UAE government, the UAE government has told all the international tourists and even the people, those who are having any work in Doha or in UAE, that wherever they are staying in hotels and all, they can fill up the information on a particular email, and they are over a stay by virtue of war, as they have not been able to catch their flights to go back. Then this stay duration during war time till situation becomes normal is going to be paid by the government. So this kind of a gesture definitely other Middle East countries will be providing. India has got a very big concern because there are near about 10 million people are staying in this region, and there's a lot of remittance which comes to India. The students are also studying in Iran. Prime Minister of India has already assured the UAE president, and so that some restraints could be there in this war. And after that, our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has talked to the Prime Minister of Israel, and let's see that what sort of a thing going to emerge. Putin has given very strong statement against US, but I don't feel that the USSR is going to indulge into this war because it's already engaged with Ukraine, and Ukraine, as Ukraine is making very large number of drones, and the drones supply chain Ukraine is able to maintain, and through drones is having very devastating attacks on the oil refineries and the oil storage facilities of Russia. So that is having an impact on its cities, because the many cities they remain without power for many days. So that is the kind of a situation. So I don't feel that the Russia is going to play any role in this, except giving strong statements that both side of nation should have restraints, or rather, the U.S. Some critical statement against President Trump and U.S. that they have done this sort of a killing of Ayatollah Khamenei, which is not acceptable. It is not as per the law of international law on the subject, and it is definitely an interference in sovereign character of a nation, and this war should be stopped. And negotiations were already proceeding at a very fast pace, and then sort of a consensus was supposed to arrive on this. But in the meantime, US has started the war. US and Israel, they were feeling that Iran has, as it came out from the statement of US, the President Donald Trump, that Iran was already in that capacity to have a nuclear weapon assembled within a week or 15 days, and it could have launched against Israel. That's what is. It is yet to be seen, and it will take time. But the main objectives of America is not going to be achieved. Because what happens after the death of or assassination of Ayatollah Khamenei is seen that near about 20 million people have come out in favor of Khamenei regime and in favor of the new supreme religious leader who has been chosen, and that everyone is echoing with force, and they're saying that we stand with the nation and the nation should definitely take revenge of this attack and must hit with more power to US. Definitely, as far as drone forces are concerned, the drone forces, I can't say that how much Iran could sustain by manufacturing drones and missiles. I think they'll not be having any capacity. The way the US has sank their ships are already, I think, 5 to 6 ships have been destroyed. And the news which was coming that the ballistic missiles of Iran have hit the aircraft carrier, I feel that there is no merit into it, because so far it has not come even to the social media. No photograph or no video has been released on this aspect. So the situation is grim, and entire West Asia is definitely burning, and India, by virtue of the voice of Global South, by virtue of having very good relations in Middle East, and definitely as near about 10 million Indians are staying in that particular region. So India has got a lot of responsibilities. India has got, India has to think over it, that how the evacuation of Indians could be done if needed, or what India could do, playing some role that from both the sides the restraint could be achieved and this war comes to a stop at the earliest. But it seems to me if both the objectives of US are not going to be achieved, that is that the interim, that the change of regime is not on the cards, as Iran is not accepting it, though the Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu, is also requesting the people of Iran that they have to decide and they have to bring their own leader. But the way the Ayatollah Khamenei people and the people, those who are around him and the religious group is definitely leading, they have already appointed a supreme religious leader in their hierarchy and they are going to play a role into it, and it will definitely be seen that Iran is not going to give up. So the war is unfolding. Now I would like to discuss that what is happening on the other front. The war has already passed 4 years between Ukraine and Russia, and the way the Ukraine is doing retaliatory attacks against Russia, it seems to me that there is no end to this war. Rather, it is intensifying. Similarly, the war between Afghanistan and Pakistan is also intensifying as both sides, the civilian casualties as well as defense personnel casualties have already taken place. Pakistan Noor Khan base has been hit by the drones launched by Afghan. So Afghan forces are in position. They are having control of some drones, and they are in position to, to go for more strikes. So there also the situation is quite grim. On the other sides, that the Balochistan was already on peak and having very strong attacks on Pakistan army. So but Pakistan has orchestrated a sort of a design that where ISI supported people have gone in favor of Ayatollah Khamenei, and they demonstrated very violently again in front of American embassy in Karachi, and there are a lot of damage which was carried out, and then near about 8 to 10 people or 12 people have been shot by the police over there. Though the Pakistan is denying that there is any handoff, but I feel Pakistan has gone to that stage that this demonstration or volatile demonstration agitation was initiated by ISI, and to show to America that we are very loyal to you, we are going to stand with you. They have done this that we can kill our own people. That is my feeling. So Pakistan can go to any stage or any level to please America. That's what is the situation. Otherwise, why the Pakistan is not releasing a statement in favor of that they convey the condolences for Ayatollah Khamenei, and why they are not telling in open words that this war should stop, and it is a wrong step taken by US liquidating Ayatollah Khamenei, the supreme religious leader over there. So Pakistan has always got double standards. It seems that China has released some very strong statements, but I feel that China is also not going to indulge into war. It is to be seen that how. But in my opinion, what happens that China is passing through a phase of instability. Many senior commanders have been purged. Rather, very large number of people, armed forces personnel, have been purged. So are the civilians also, on the charges of corruption. And Jeeping is definitely, seems to me, his position has weakened, and in order to restore the gain over it, that he has purged all these senior defense, so that top leadership is not available to China military forces. So I don't see that China is going to go or indulge anywhere in the war. Might be that some posturing could be done by Chinese Navy, and similarly, India will also see to it that its sea trade and sea routes and its supply chain for the oil, though it's already constraints from the Strait of Hormuz, but it will look into other part of it, and definitely now India will also look at how the supply chain getting crude from Russia could be again restarted It is yet to be seen, but I feel that it will start because India needs even the domestic companies, oil and gas companies have now taking out the LPG to its full capacity in order to, and India is also having the strategic reserves so that for a week or 2 weeks, this war effect will not have any effect on India. But as far as the share market is concerned in Mumbai, it has gone down by 1,000 points, and there is definitely the lot of losses to the big company shares and on other companies' shares as well, as the entire situation and the share markets are crashing the world over. And as two share markets, share centers have already been closed in Doha and Dubai, so that effect will also be seen. Friends, the situation is definitely grim. I don't foresee that any sort of an this war is going to be stopped shortly. I don't think any in foresee future in next 2 3 days or a week or maybe even 2 weeks that Iran is going to surrender. Iran has got capacity, and secondly, there is a history of America that America is not able to win a war, and then America is not going to deploy the foot soldiers in Iran, nor America, neither America nor Israel is going to send their foot soldiers over there. And without foot soldier action, I think regime change will not take in Iran because it's a huge support which has come in favor of Ayatollah Khamenei, who has been assassinated by IDF and American forces. So that's what is caused a huge support in Iran, where near about 20 million to 25 million people have come to the streets in solidarity with the regime and said that in hierarchy, the army commanders, those have taken the position now, and the supreme religious leader who has been chosen they are going to take a stand that they have to intensify this war, and they'll be having more powerful retaliation against America and Israel. And from that point of view, in last 12 hours, it has been seen that the more missiles by Iran have been fired against these countries, like against UAE, Bahrain, and then against American bases, and then against Saudi Arabia. And there's a lot of damages to the civilian buildings, and civilians are dying. On the other side, IDF has gone the air strike against Hezbollah, as I said, in Lebanon, and that is also an issue. On the other side, UK, United Kingdom, has already announced that it is allowing US to use its air bases, and it will definitely, it stands. And he has told that his aeroplanes are also in the air, so it will definitely be on that side. And even France and Germany, along with UK, will go along with USA. So it seems to me that no one, even all these Middle East countries, though they had some sympathy towards Iran, but I think none of them is going to, rather, they will go against Iran. That is, that if Iran is not going to. But Iran seems to me that their regime change is not so easy, and this war will escalate. And to neutralize Iran completely, the America has to waste a lot of its military material in terms of weapons, missiles. They have got limited sustainable production of Patriot missiles, that is cruise missiles that is being used by its destroyers. But the warning towards America is then in a state of Hormuz there are three destroyers. This is a very constrained place. And if, as Iran has claimed that it is his four ballistic missiles have already struck, that is their nuclear aircraft carrier, Abraham Lincoln. If that is so, then definitely Iran will be aiming to hit three destroyers. Those are there in constrained places in the Strait of Hormuz. And that will be a very, 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 I mean to say, if any damage takes place to the ship or aircraft carrier of America, it definitely the American forces morale will go down. So that is the situation. Even after 48 hours of ours, it seems to me that the war is going to intensify and more damages to the civilian structure will definitely take place. Further, the oil prices will go up, the share markets will crash globally, there'll be a very big impact on the global supply chain. By virtue of that, there'll be a ripple effect on the commodity prices, and then inflation will set into many nations. And those are not having very, strong micro and macro parameters of the economy, or those are not having supply within the nation. Definitely, it will be they will be having a sort of a recession. There will be a damping effect in the economy. So that is, once again, I'll report to you after this. This was a reporting after 48 hours. Then again in the evening, I'll be coming up, and that will be after 56 hours of, what is the war situation develops. Till then, thank you very much.